Hello, hello, my dear friends, my lovelies. How are you all? Hope you are doing well. This is Kathy from Divine Debut, and we're doing a quick energy reading. Let's see what the messenger has got to communicate to us as we are almost at a new moon in Cancer. New moon in Cancer, cardinal Cancer, watery Cancer, which is the house of the moon. So it is a very important new moon, dear friends. New moons mean new beginnings. They do relate to the home, to the past, to the mother, to where you reside, your country. It is about our emotions, sensitivities, mothering, anything like that. And on a new moon we always make a wish. This is happening, the new moon is happening tomorrow. Today is the 28th of June of 2022. This new moon is happening on the 29th. So let's see energetically where we are. Thank you all for joining me here. Let's quickly read the energies. Dear Spirit, what is prominent, what is important to know pertaining to this new moon in Cancer? Cardinal water, very strong, sensitive, emotional new moon. New beginnings, having the ability to start something new pertaining to our securities, emotional securities. Okay, so what is going to show up for us? We know new moons are usually when, we cannot see the moon in the sky. Give it a couple of days when we could see that new moon glyph, okay? So usually that's why, and especially in its own home sign, the moon itself, pay attention to your psychic ability. We are very sensitive and able to pick up on those energies. Okay, can relate to matters pertaining to the past as well. Wow, Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, a lot of air and earth, a lot of communication, or swords are our perception and how we see things, right? We've got a fair bit of earth here, and we've got a bit of fire. We've got a couple of twos as well. It's got a lot to do with decisions. What to do to, even though there's been some sort of secrecy and underhanded energies pertaining to our perception or our ability to communicate clearly and truthfully. Okay, because what I see here with the Five of Pentacles is that you're feeling as though you've been left out in the cold. There's no support. There's a feeling of lack here. But what it's telling me here is that whatever you're trying to manifest, whatever you're dealing with, it's coming in, but it's very slow. Someone's very much about perfection, about doing things in the right way, but I feel as though there's a sense of a lot of the energies are changing here as the doors open, and there's a decision that will be needed to be made. There's been a perception of feeling blocked, and what we're wanting to manifest, we're feeling as though we're being held back, and there's a sense of loss. But what the Knight of Pentacles is telling me is that whatever you've been trying to manifest, and it's been a shaky sort of situation, a lot of, it's not going to work. A lot of negativity I pick up here. It's all about managing a situation. Someone's trying to manage a situation, and finances could also be the reason why it's very slow moving, this situation, whatever it is. But it's with the Knight of Pentacles, is I know where I'm heading to, and There's going to be a lot of quick communication, a lot of truths coming to the surface that are going to put someone, you or the other person, in a situation where you're going to have to sort of prove yourself that you can handle whatever's coming in, whatever you'll be enlightened about. And we've got Taurus, so it's fated things are going on here. Taurus is North Node, and we do have the Hierophant. It's saying trust in this process. Trust that the energies, even though they were really slow and there was a lot that was going on, that you were left out in the dark about this new moon. And I believe it's not going to show up straight away. Give it a couple of days. So early July, I would say that you're going to start to get more busy. And also it'll be like a moment of, okay, I'm wanting to go on this journey, even though it's challenging. There's going to be like a situation of harsh energies. So a moment of, what do I do now? I mean, things are going to be up in the air. It's like a moment of crisis I pick up here. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting right now. Let's have a look at the Karma Dharma. Now, this can speak to a hidden love triangle. Someone's in a marriage, not happy in a marriage. They've been very strategic in moving forward, but it's taken forever. The news that's going to come in, or the ability to see something that's been holding you or the other person back. Maybe it's got to do with a lack of truthful communication. Someone's been holding back on their truth. I got to see the Lovers. So it's got to do with a decision, maybe a choice between two people. We've got the Hierophant here, which shows the two keys always. We know the Hierophant is a card of faith, but it's also a card of someone's beliefs. Now, the Hierophant can speak to spirituality or the ability to tune in. It could also speak to a spiritual connection that's going through, I mean, a lot of fated events are happening. And because the North Node is facing Taurus and Uranus is there, my dear friends, anything can happen right now. There's a lot of stress. We're coming into July. From July 5th, there's going to be frustration. Mars is going to move into Taurus. There's going to be a lot of frustration and we're going to be looking at our values. So if it's something that we've been stuck with, and of course Taurus can speak to values, but it can also speak to Venusian matters of love. Are we being valued? Do we feel worthy? A lot of those fixed energies are going to be shaken up with Mars in Taurus and Uranus there. So expect lots of changes. They're not going to be easy, though. The month of July is not going to be easy. But it's got to do with, here is the Mother. It's got to do with nurturing, loving, feeding the soul, feeding yourself, feeding your heart, being fed, nurturing, loving, providing, and Venusian matters. Here is Venus. So we've got Taurus, Libra here, and that they obviously speak to, Venus does speak to relationships, right? We know that the Empress is very patient. She's someone who, through her patience and through love, through tenderness, we can have the manifestation of dreams, of anything that makes us feel good. We know that she's got the harvest. She's all about the harvest. And we know Taurus is fixed, and fixed situations, stubbornness also. It comes into the energies here. So where there's been a lack of, I can't change, I don't want to change, this is the way I've always done things. But we're looking at Venus. Now, Venus is transiting through Gemini. So it's all about decisions, a choice, being curious. And we've got 6 of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is giving and receiving. It's reciprocity. It's also a payment. Can speak to payment. Someone who's in a position. Someone who's reciprocating. Someone's been very patient for that reciprocity. The understanding that, yes, there is value here, or it's worth me investing in this relationship, job, friendship. Let's see what the Karma Dharma is. We've got Temperance, so it does speak to patience. This is Archangel Michael, dear friends. Sagittarius, now Jupiter, which rules Sag, is in the sign of Aries. Okay, so there is a lot of desire and passion, as Mars has conjoined recently with Jupiter. So someone is dead set on, they want the truth. They want the truth. They want to, I mean, this journey, this seed has been planted. But it's as though we're coming up to some forks in the road that we need to overcome. And that can be, it can have a lot to do with it's like a scratching of the old wounds, where the Mars is going to trigger those eclipses. So that, you know, the obviously the new moon in Taurus, eclipse that we had, right? Also that full moon in Scorpio. So it's got a lot to do with our securities, whether it's physical, emotional. Let's see what the Psychic Tarot of the Heart, pertaining to matters of love. What's going on in love? We've got Detach. So we've got number 11, which is Justice. Libra. We've got Simply Love and the Six of Cups. So we've got a father and son here. We could be talking about a divine masculine that is a father. Someone that's very dependable. Of course, Simply Love is the soulmate card, Six of Cups. It's got to do with a past relationship where there is nostalgia here. Or this is saying that there's a detach. Someone is wanting to free themselves, maybe through legalities, through a separation or a possible divorce. Someone could be in court relative to a child. So the who's going to have the ability to raise this child. So there can be, this can be a fight, a legal fight between two parents. We did see the Empress there, which is a mother. There's the Two of Pentacles. So I'm going to say this father is trying to balance things out. So trying not to lose control of a situation, not trying to not lose the ball, pertaining to what it is that they've been working on, right? Even though they've been challenged financially, emotionally, psychologically. Okay, we've got the two keys here. We've got the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is here as well. Now, Two of Wands can speak to a portal opening. We've got 11 here. This is like an 11, the Two of Wands, right? So there's an opportunity here. But things are up in the air. And Temperance, we know, pours from one cup to the other. She's asking for, you know, temper oneself, be calm, cool, collected. Spirit is helping. It's all about divine timing. We've got, there's the Control with the Strength card. Remember what I said. So this father figure, or this person who is very dependable, could have water in their chart. We've got air, and we've got Leo. Leo is very important. Leo, Libra. The Strength card is someone holding themselves back or needing to be strong, have the confidence that they can continue this dance, whatever this is. We've got a Three of Swords here, so there has been a disappointment pertaining to the desire for this soulmate connection, and maybe the third party is a child. Someone is controlling another person because of a child. And we've got Three of Cups here. A Three of Swords and a Three of Cups share the love. That's what this is talking about, a reconciliation, possibly. But we do see that there's third parties here, which the third parties is what's rocking the boat. You know, what's bringing in all the challenges, I would say, here. And we've got balance. Yeah, you see someone's trying to balance out a situation. We've got Temperance. Jupiter is here twice. Some of you could be dealing with someone that is at a physical distance, someone who comes from different upbringing, a different part of the world could be as well. Feeling alone. We've got the Five of Pentacles twice. Now, with the Five of Pentacles, it can speak to someone's social standing or status out there in the world. There could be great differences. It's like trying to bring two worlds and make it into one. So trying to overcome all those things that are anything that is against this connection, this harmony between two people. It could also speak to, I mean, we've got the Hierophant here, which does speak to family as well. It could also relate to two families. Let's see with the romance angels, what's going on? Unrequited love. So someone is in a situation where there's no return of the love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Someone is trying to detach from a situation where they felt left out in the cold. Maybe it also drained their finances, or their finances are being drained now. Someone could be working two jobs. Could also be someone that deals with import-export. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Release your ex. It's time to clear your energy, and divine timing is at work in your love life. It's worth waiting for. Incredible. Someone is going through divorce, is going through a detach. It's a very karmic situation that they had to work through and deal with. And we've got a possible engagement. Your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment. The engagement could also speak to someone now willing to do the work, engaging, whereas maybe they were detached, not communicating, doing things behind the scenes. Things could be shown to you that they've been up to, what they've been trying to manage. And there could be a lot of communication relating to that. But I do see here with the engagement, whatever's going on, it's like, going up a notch pertaining to this romantic relationship. It could also speak to a contract here. Okay, some sort of a contract, working with someone. It could be a partnership. Just letting you know that Neptune is in Pisces right now, stationed. So Neptune can speak to a lot of illusions, unknown matters, right? Deception, betrayal, wearing false masks, with Neptune now stationed, ready to turn retrograde. He's very, very potent. So there's a lot of confusion, a lot of things that will be shown to us, things that will come up. So for us to have the ability to understand why someone was so secretive, why they were wearing a mask, why they kept information from you. Let's see what's this Two of Pentacles about. We've got the Ten of Swords. I just spoke about betrayal, but it's the 3, it's the ship, which speaks to Jupiter and Sag. There's some sort of a new adventure that's starting, but after an ending. Now, it could speak to distance, or someone is checking out, someone's saying goodbye. This could also speak to a possible travel. There's like a transition. Someone's trying to decide if they're going to take that adventure, whether they're going to leave the past and move towards the future, whether they have the ability to detach, to walk through that portal that is opening. We've got King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, which could be a father, could be an earth sign, could be a Pisces. We've got the fish here, which speaks to possible abundance. Remember, I was just talking about Neptune retrograding. So there can be a lot of confusion, but remember, the Ten of Swords is the darkest before the dawn. So it's like the light coming in slowly with that new moon. We've got the Queen of Swords and we've got the bouquet, and the bouquet speaks to an offer. There is an offer on the table there. There's possible abundance here. And it can speak to money matters and someone that's been through a certain cycle over and over again, very karmic. The fish speak to repetition. And business is very much in the story. Business and money, finances. Queen of Swords, Libra. Some sort of truth will be coming through. There could be a statement, something that you're going to, someone's making a statement, or there will be communication about an offer. And we've got the cross, which is the 6 of Wands. Keeping the faith will bring you into balance and harmony, and there's recognition here. You have to keep believing. That's what the cross speaks to, even though it's a heavy burden. It speaks to someone's duties and their conviction. Now, Queen of Swords is usually a divorcee. Some of you maybe are in a relationship where where you're detached, possibly in separation. You could also be dealing with someone that's already separated, this father with a son. King of Pentacles, someone very experienced, someone very dependable, someone that's, I don't know, someone that's very stable, very slow moving. We've got the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, someone who needs to be certain before they can move forward. And we've got the Garden. The Garden speaks to communication, like happy news coming through. I mean, the Garden it's got to do with someone's public life, or the society, someone's name in their society, in the society that they live. This could also speak to networking, fame, dealing with someone that's got a name in their environment. I see a round table here, which that speaks to good news for me, and it's a 20, which is like the judgment card, 20, right? Which is Archangel Michael. Some sort of a crisis, some sort of a decision. 8 of Wands. And the Mountain, which is that fork in the road, needing to close something up. A major karmic cycle ends before you can reap the rewards of happiness. Wow, and we've got the ring, which does speak to commitment, marriage, a relationship. it's a Venusian energy, but again, it speaks to repetition. Someone's commitments kept them at bay from their happiness. This speaks to a partnership, though, and the ability to cooperate. It also speaks to contracts. So, I don't know, someone's tradition, someone's commitments have been, you know, this relationship maybe, this partnership has got some fork in the road, some big lesson that needs to be learned or something that needs to be overcome. The mountain also speaks to great strength, right? Just like that mountain goat that needs to climb that mountain. That's a very Saturnian card. We've got the observer, so no action, but looking for information. Now, someone could be checking you out on the internet. The observer is someone that's very much about the details. Number 49. 49 equals a 13, which is Scorpio. Perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. So you see, it reminds me of the Page of Swords. Most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much that they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. There's that word engagement again. It's like a soulmate connection. So already having committed up to the point of feeling as though you belong together. If there's one more stage after the engagement, which is the marriage, which is the ultimate contract, right? You'll be so happy you did. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. Fantastic. That's what we need. Illumination, because we know that the moon does not carry its own light, but when it connects with the sun, and a new moon is the moon and the sun coming together, the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, when they come together, they create. And we've got the ability to create that seed, right? And we are being challenged by the area of the chart of Aries, the warrior, Mars. Okay, we've started this new journey. Now it looks like something will be shown pertaining to the foundation of what we're building. And this can speak to, a new moon in Cancer can also speak to a possible new home, a new situation, which will give us the ability to feel more safe, secure, nurtured, loved, provided for. Let's read the relationship message. Sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your way. Feelings can get all jumbled up, and often you hear one thing when a person says another. It can be like an echo of an unresolved past experience dubbed over your conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely the other person has no idea how his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take to higher ground now and cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself, in others, and in the landscape. The landscape speaks to the foundation, my dear friends. You will find things much improved sooner than you know. Okay, so it does speak to curiosity, which does remind me of Venus in Gemini. So be curious, ask the questions. Now, where prosperity is concerned, it is an advantageous time for you to get some distance from what you're doing and see your work and your projects from a different perspective. The trick is to connect to the essence of your goals and aspirations while letting the form and timing be dictated by spirit. You may be too personally attached to an outcome and unable to see the miracle because it's not turning out exactly as you planned. Trust spirit. The perfect version of your abundance is right in front of you. Remain neutral and curious and watch the miracle unfold. You know, it keeps talking about a miracle. So that's what I find really interesting, my dear friends. Let's take 3 Sibilas. If there is hardship here pertaining to this offer or this connection, the abundance of this connection, this will only last 2 to 3 weeks, which will take us closer to that full moon in Capricorn that we're going to have. And a full moon in Capricorn, oh my God, everyone, we've got a reunion. 8 of Wands. That full moon in Capricorn, remember that Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is retrograde, which will bring back old situations. Things that were blocked now, we've got the ability to look at those blockages and work on them. Saturn gives us a breather. We've got the ability to seek out how we can work through those blockages, those challenges, and also those limitations. Saturn can speak to timing as well. So give yourself time. We've got domestico, so someone wants a reunion, but there's been a lack of trust here, and it's all about karma. Okay, there's been some sort of a detachment, some sort of distrust about what's going on in someone's home. This could also be a third person, of course. And then we've got the 6 of Cups, simply love. 6 of Cups, denaro, which is safe, right? It's the safe. It's got something to do with a soulmate. It's got situations pertaining to children, nostalgia. And it's like the Ace of Pentacles, my dear friends, which speaks to something long-term, something relative to a home. And I feel as though there's been trust issues, but because of third parties. Someone who wanted to only... I feel like there's distrust pertaining to money matters, and that's what I see here. So someone who's been in a relationship or in a partnership, there's been distrust where sharing of the finances, the money, things that are of value. And things that are of value can be anything materialistic, maybe even self-worth issues, or we've got the advantageous matrimony here. A safe is where we lock up our valuables. So it's like there's been, someone's locked in the other person's heart. It's like someone is safekeeping this relationship and trying to deal with other matters. So that's where the Two of Pentacles showing up twice, that's what it speaks of to me. And we've got Share the Love, which does speak to reconciliation, and La Reunion. 2 cards that do speak to coming back together again. Let's see, and we've got a gran consolazione, so a dream possibly coming true. Something that we've imagined, something that was more within our dream state. We dreamt of this. We've got the ability to make this, bring it down to earth, make it more that 3D, you know, make it real. Realize some sort of a dream, something that we, and something that was very hard. It's the Seven of Wands, which shows that someone's got the upper hand here. And yes, there were a lot of things that they were dealing with, but they kept on fighting for this dream, this connection, this partnership, this love, this anything to do with heart matters, matters of heart. And we've got Speranza, the card of hope. They do say that hope is the last thing to die. We've got the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is someone checking out of a situation where there was no trust, there was no happiness. Someone invested themselves in another partnership, relationship. Maybe they feel as though there was a lack of trust, or they did not trust the other person with their true emotions. Donna de servizio, someone willing to do the work, someone, a friend that's there to help, to guide. There's friendship, but there's acts of service, but then there's falsehood as well. And then someone detaches and emotionally goes looking for those Two of Cups that were missing in their life. We've got I hate you. That's the Joker. I hate you. And it says, my heart still bleeds for you. I'm not living, just breathing. Remember, the hate and love are two emotions that are very close together. Either that, or someone is in another relationship. We've got the Nine of Swords. And there's a lot of hate. But what's feeding this, and what someone is hoping for, because this looks very much like the Ace of Swords. What's feeding this? What I wanted to say was, what's keeping someone alive and breathing and continuing, even though this is really tough, could also be, I mean, the word hate and love, there's so much power behind those. So there's two opposite cards here. My heart still bleeds for you, and I'm not living, just breathing. I'm only just breathing. There's the Four of Pentacles. You will always be in my heart. I can never or will ever forget you. The Four of Pentacles is the falsità. Someone being hurt so badly here that they've possibly closed the door and they're suffering. And they're not communicating that. Someone is fearing being vulnerable here. Another 10. Wow. We're done. It hurts too much. I can't do this anymore. Another sword, air. I'm lost. I don't know what to do. I will go with my gut. I've got no choice. The dilemma is here, everyone. And we've got, I don't want to be tied down. I will never marry. I don't believe in marriage. It's interesting because we've got a couple of 9s here. We've mentioned also the 10. It's like a situation is coming to a culmination, to an end. Remember that 9s are the final. It's the ending, and then the 10s are restarts. So someone may be someone that was very free-spirited, someone that's very independent, someone who knows their worth, is going to come out of this out of this heartbreak here. My heart still bleeds for you. And here we've got someone that does not want to be tied down. And that could also be, someone that's trying to give hurt back. We've got a lot of mixed energies here. Let's take a few more. I want you with me. I want you to be mine. I can't live without you. I've made a million mistakes. Can you forgive me? 7 of Cups. Another 10. Why did you cut me off like that? Just like that? I can't deal. And I can't get over you. 8 of Swords. It's interesting. So we've got 8, 9, 10. And someone is lost. They don't know what to do. Okay, what I get here is, for those of you that have got strong air in your chart, I would say that these would be your messages. For those of you that are earth, we've got earth here, so these are your messages. And fire, pertaining to fire, these are your messages. And water signs, 7 of Cups. Let's take a couple more and see how the story plays out, because we've got a lot of messages here. You are my other half. I want to give you everything in life to make you happy. And that's the 6 of Pentacles, where someone is reciprocating. So I don't know if we've got a 19 here. 19 is Leo as well. And the sun. The sun can speak to someone who's got a bit of an ego. Or someone maybe that's just very successful in what they do, let's say. Because the 9 of Pentacles means someone that's in a very good financial situation. Right? Can have a little bit of ego. But they also, and I spoke of Leo, but we've also got strong earth here. So let's see what else we've got. This is my truth. Take another card. Someone's lost. They don't know what to do. They're going with their gut. And we know that the Ace of Swords also speaks to victory, but it also speaks to truth. Now, are you the one? 10 of Hearts we've got here. 10 of Cups. Let's take a couple more. This is interesting. And I want to take one card on this I hate you. What's that about? What can I do to win you back? That's the 2 of Pentacles. So someone's screwed up badly. That's why the other person had told them that they hate them, or they're the emotions that they feel. Okay, and it can also, of course, relate to this area here, because it's Earth. What can I do to win you back? And that was the outcome card with the 2 of Pentacles. Let's take a couple more. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. I want to have a family with you. So we've got very, very strong earth. We've got strong air, more. Air and earth. Earth and air. Let's see what else we've got. Your love touched my soul. Where water, a water sign, the water signs are concerned. This is like, it's like a 20. So decisions again. But also, if we add them, it's a number 11. And 11 can speak to justice or someone that's going through divorce. So water signs, maybe going through divorce, Maybe a portal opens up for you. There's a chance here for a lot of happiness. We've got more. The Five of Pentacles, which showed up a couple of times. We've got so much earth. Wealth is not important to me. Wealth for me is connecting to my other half on a spiritual and emotional level. Nothing else matters. So we've got a 3, 7, 12, 18, 27. That equals a 9. And that's the Hermit. So there's been no communication, more than likely, pertaining to the earth element here. Earth signs. The Hermit is one step before the Wheel of Fate. I want to get one last card. One last card. And Spirit has opened up these cards. You took the stars from my eyes. You took my heart and I want it back. That's in the air section here. So someone ran off with the other person's heart. Let's elope. Let's try again. I love you. And we've got a 12 here, which can speak to Pisces, strong Pisces, but also needing to wait, right? Let's elope. Let's try again. I love you. And this is the Ace of Cups. But the 12 also equals a 3, which speaks to expansion, growth, reconciliation. And we've got, I've had enough, you're blocked. So where the fire element is concerned, we've got a 14, 13, 14. So there has been, someone has blocked the other person here. Probably because they got, well, why did you cut me off like that? I can't deal. That could speak to the blocking. So there are some forks in the road here. But we've also got the Four of Wands, which speaks to 1111. It's the marriage card. So possibly, this could possibly, because if we look at Four of Wands as the outcome, we do have engagement here. We've got a 10 of Wands, so putting down the burden. Again, we've got 19, which speaks to Leo, but also it can be a 23. What am I saying? 19, yeah, 23, which equals a 5. So it could speak to fixed signs. The fixed signs, so Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius. Someone does want something long-term here, but I also wanted to say that if possibly there's a rebirth, a death and a rebirth in this situation here. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope that those extra messages gave you a little bit of understanding what's going on. We do read for many of you, obviously. So I want to take one message from the chocolate cards. This deck is called the Chocolate Message Cards, and it's by Rosie Shalhoub. And she's from Australia, and I know her personally, and I love this deck. Let's see what the energies read today. I think that this is the card around this new moon. And we have topping, indecision. Oh my God, all those twos. Indecision is in the air right now, and you may find it difficult to settle or decide on the best way to handle a situation, because you could see both sides of an argument as being equally valid, and you may feel stuck because of confusion or doubt. Impartiality is needed. It is important to take a step back and see where changes can be made, or where the opinions of others need to be considered. This is the exact same message with the observer here, which spoke of taking like detaching, taking a step back and seeing things from a different perspective. Very much the Hanging Man as well. Very much. So Piscean energy comes up a lot. So listen to the opinion of others. The advice is, I'm open to suggestions of others without compromising my own integrity. So that's what we have. Have a look at the card. I know it's too far away, you cannot see it. So it's all about indecision, all those twos. Goodness me, when things are up in the air. Okay, so that's the message today, indecision. I'm going to say all up until and I feel fully that as we see, we will have the ability to be able to see that new moon glyph up in the sky. And as that, obviously, as that moon will be waxing, will be growing, it's as though we'll be receiving the information that will help us probably to decide. And with a full moon in Capricorn, which is going to actually be on the 13th of July, I feel that that's when we're going to sort of reach a conclusion and know if we can overcome those obstacles, those limitations, right? And let go of any limitations and obstacles that were in front of us. It's about doing the work. It's about putting in the effort, my dear friends. But we'll be receiving pieces and pieces of the puzzle. But remember also that it's a time to detach and look at things from the other person's perspective, if you possibly can. Okay, so I will leave you with that. I want to thank you all so much. Love and light. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Those of you on Patreon, the new moon in Cancer is what I'm going to do straight away now. So you'll have that in the next few hours. Love you all so much. July readings will be worked on tomorrow, the day after. Obviously, in the extended readings for the month of July. And the month ahead astrology for July, all coming up very soon on Patreon, of course. Of course, the extended readings for July will be up on Patreon. The rest will be free on YouTube for each sign. My darling friends, do consider joining us on Patreon. We have a beautiful family there. We share the love, and I hope that this is possibly what can happen for you with this new moon moving forward. Right? That's what it's all about. Sharing the love. Shine bright, everyone. Love you all so much. Talk to you soon.